What is up, nerds? Welcome back to the Brand Nerd Podcast. I am Mitch Metter, and today I'm giving you a full messaging consult. In this episode, we're discussing 3 things to make your message pop off in 2024. And if you don't know what popping off is, maybe this isn't the right show for you, old man. No, but seriously, if you're listening to this, it's officially 2024, so Happy New Year. A few months back, I had a discovery call that I was 100% certain would not be a good fit for Brand Nerd. Like 100%, not 99%, 100. This is because when I went to their website, it was clear that they were full of themselves and just too big city for me. You know, we're a little bit more down to earth. And I just identified this as a company that, despite being incredibly successful, we would not be able to work with. And I was all ready to tell them no. And then I got on the call with them, and I could not have been more wrong in my impression. Turns out they were incredibly down to earth, and they actually had roots that were not necessarily big city roots. And they wanted that to be part of who they were. And it was part of who they were, but it was not communicated well in their messaging. So, long story short, they are now a client, and we're working on their message and website here in Q1 of 2024. And I'm just calling it now. This is going to be one of the best messaging turnarounds I've ever been a part of. So you have to ask yourself, how is my message resonating with potential customers? If a successful company in a big city can get this so wrong, maybe there are things you're overlooking as well. So let's take a look at 3 things to help your message pop off in 2024. The first thing I want to talk to you about is customers. You need to know your customers. You cannot be everything to everybody, because you end up being nothing to nobody. If you try to make your message fit across the board, every scenario, there's nobody that is going to identify with it and just go, yes. And if you think you can do this with your message, I want you to just stop this episode right now and go do something else, because this will be a waste of your time. But if you buy into that principle that you cannot be everything to everybody, then the next question you need to ask yourself is, who are your customers? In other words, who do you want to work with? It could be they're the most profitable people. It could be the projects that you enjoy the most. It could be a new opportunity in the marketplace, somewhere that you think the market is going and you want to be a first mover. You maybe see like a blue ocean activity. You're going to be the only ship on the seas, or maybe it's a combination of those things. Ideally, it's somebody you like to work with and is also very profitable. I want you to actually picture your favorite customer, that person that's easy to work with. You make good money from them. Picture them. There's probably a company or a person that you have in mind. Picture that person, picture that company, and then answer the question, are there more of them? Are there 10 more of them? Are there 100,000, million? How many more of them are there, and is it a big enough market that you can go after? Wouldn't it be the best to work with 1,000 clients that are in that ideal mold? And the thing is, companies get scared when they target a very specific customer, that they're not going to get other types of customers. And from what I've seen, that just doesn't end up being true, because if you target a certain kind of customer, you make that customer so happy that they spread the word to all types of customers. Additionally, there's people that maybe aspire to be that type of customer. And so they maybe will choose a vendor that's out of their typical price range because they have aspirations of moving up. So, number one, know your customers. And here is how you get more of them. Number two, you need to be compelling. You need to compel that customer. And the way you compel that customer is you talk about their problems. The customer you've identified as your customer, talk about their problems. Not just any customer, your customer. What is grinding their gears? Make a list. Make a list of all the problems that they face and think about it in terms of that specific customer, because that is different than the problems that every customer faces. Think about what is it that makes them unique? What is it that makes them a unique fit for you? What problem are you solving for them? Why is it such a good arrangement for you? Why is it more profitable? Why is it easier to work with them? Make a list of the problems that they have that you are able to solve. Here's the principle. When you stop talking about your customers' problems, they stop listening. They don't care about your super awesome technology-driven solution. They just want their problems to go away. Lean into emotional and philosophical language with this, because problems aren't just the things going on around us in the physical world. It's also the way those things make us feel and the philosophical weight that they bear. There are certain things that are just plain wrong. When you get a bill that's too high for work that wasn't good enough, that is philosophically wrong. So lean into those emotional and philosophical problems. How does it make them feel? Are they overwhelmed? Are they frustrated? Are they lost? Are they scared? Are they angry? Talk about their problems, because they will identify you as somebody who understands what they are going through. The third thing I want to talk to you about, the third way to make your message pop off in 2024, is to be clear. Clarity is better than creative. Oftentimes, a creative slogan or advertisement ends up missing the mark because it's not clear. If you know who your customer is, you know what their problems are, then you just need to clearly communicate that to them. One way to be really clear in your communication is to use storytelling principles, to tell stories or use the principles of stories in your marketing. People are wired for stories. It's why you can binge watch Netflix for 7 hours straight and not really even notice. It's why the most influential person to ever walk the face of the earth, Jesus, spoke in parables to help people remember his lessons. The Good Samaritan, the prodigal son, the lost sheep. These weren't stories about real events, but they told a lesson that wasn't just true, it's more than true. And it's held through the test of time. You can do the same in your business by using storytelling principles. At Brand Nerd, we use the StoryBrand messaging framework, and this helps you invite your customers into the story that you're telling. This story that you tell them, they are the hero of the story. Everybody wants to be the hero of their own story. In the story that you tell, you're the guide. You're the person that helps them win the day. So in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker is the hero of the story. He blows up the Death Star with the help of the Force. But the guide is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and later it's Yoda. These sages, gurus, these experienced people that have been there before and help them win the day. Another way to be clear is to avoid jargon and technical speak. You have the curse of knowledge. You are a level 10 ninja guru of your particular field. Your customers don't know as much as you about what you do, about your industry. So even if you're a level 10 and you are speaking down to them and you speak down to a level 6, well, here they are, a novice, maybe a level 2 or 3, and there's still a gap, a knowledge gap that needs to be filled. You're still speaking over their head. It's also important to remember that on average, most people read at like a 5th or a 6th grade level. So using big words and technical speak can actually hinder you on that front as well. You've got to keep it simple to be clear. So let's recap. Customers. Know who you want to work with. Be compelling. Talk about your customers' problems. And 3, be clear. Use stories and simple language. Okay, so those are the 3 things that'll help your message pop off in 2024. But I actually have one more thing, and that is you need to be consistent. Over communicating your message is difficult to do. It kind of rubs us the wrong way. We think we've said it too many times. We think we can say it once and people hear it. But the truth is, people need us to say it at least 7 times. That's kind of what the old adage is. I've heard anything from 7 to 12. But saying it 7 times doesn't mean you have to just verbally say it repeatedly, although it doesn't hurt. You can reinforce the message through multiple mediums and sources. You've got brochures, websites, social posts, email signatures, phone greetings. All of these are areas that you can work your message. Additionally, make sure that your team knows these principles that we talked about. Make sure they know the message so that they can incorporate it into sales and marketing and customer service and the reception desk and the parts desk and whatever else is involved in your business. You might be tired of your message, but other people are not. So repeat yourself. So there you have it. 3 things and a bonus 4th thing to help your message pop off in 2024. If you've appreciated this episode, leave a comment on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/@deploythenerds. That @ symbol is important. You can also go to thebrandnerd.com/podcast to subscribe and review on your favorite platforms. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay curious.